Give me a second. Sound check, sound check, sound check. Not today, today I'm not late. Alright. Ready? Yes. This is the last class of the week. Sure? You didn't know that. Alright, give me a second. Okay everybody, it's time, right? So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is Mike, the FX Boss, broadcasting you live on YouTube and other streaming platforms like Teams. If you want to connect on Teams, please use Education FX Passion is the nickname. Never forget what's the goal. The goal is to bring you from zero to a millionaire trader in 3 years in an institutional way. What does this mean? You're first an analyst, everybody, like from the free manual, you know, this is the free manual, professional Forex trader course, free manual, you know, Forex course 101, it's all about the market, this is how it works, it's the learning phase. So you start as an analyst and then step by step you progress to, you know, if you want, you can progress to that you become what it's called a trader or a portfolio manager. If you want this free ebook, everybody, the little book of trading secrets, it's about mindsets, you know, and psychology and trade plans and strategies, you know, and whatever. Please visit the website www.fxbossfx.com, and never forget you're going to graduate from this course when you have your chart set up and ready for trading, number one. Number two, you have your strategy in place, you understand why you win, why you lose. And number three, you have a complete understanding on how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Today we're going to work on number 3 predominantly, everybody. This is one of the classes I love the most. It's introduction to multiple time frame trading. You know, it's the understanding probabilities. In the meantime, John, Max, Maxine, Paul, Todd, Marcus, how are you? Douglas. Yes, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. On Teams, everybody, you know, I'm streaming on Teams and on YouTube. On YouTube, Dave, I'm not sure if Dave is here. Dave, you know, Nandozi. Okay, Olga's going to come in. Shantana, it's on vacation. Alright, everybody. Please disclaimer, this webinar is not trading or investment advice. We are here to learn. Anything else for questions and homework, send me an email to mikefxboss@gmail.com. And if you didn't receive the free manual, ask for it. That being said, let's go to here, everybody, and let's start to understand probabilities, right? Shall we? Okay, so don't worry. Today, just we're going to spend a few classes on multiple time frames. Okay, so left up corner, everybody, is going to be the monthly chart. We talked about a little bit this yesterday. On the down left corner is going to be the weekly chart. Yeah, Julie's saying I don't like this class. Yeah, you know why, right? Not that easy. So right up corner, everybody, is the daily class, daily chart, and right down corner is the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, right? Now there is no right or wrong. Okay, the monthly chart is like this, everybody. You know, just an example. The weekly chart is like this, everybody. Okay. The daily chart is like this. Okay. And the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart is like this. Okay. Give me a second. Trend line. Okay, I'm going to color code this as blue. And this is blue, everybody, is going to be more visible, right? Not that it should be yellow. No, this is not a strategy. Alright, so here is the question, everybody. How are you going to make pips and money on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? There is no right or wrong, and pay attention because we are trying to learn strategies, right? There is no right or wrong. So I'm the student, everybody, you are the teacher. Tell me, how are you going to make pips and money, you know, on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? That's the deal, right? Most of us, we don't have the billions and the trillions to trade the monthly chart, to trade the weekly chart. You know, some of us, we have enough to trade the daily chart, but 80 to 90% of world population, talking about retail traders, you know, we are on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. Okay? Now, if you can learn with time the understanding of what we're going to talk today, everybody, you know, this is a skill, then your understanding of probabilities is going to increase, then your strategy, the setups, the analysis is going to increase too. Does this make sense? Thought there is no right or wrong. We are going to start on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, okay? Yes, some of you have been in this class a few times already, you know, don't tell everything, you know, stay quiet, you know, whatever. Okay? So the question is, how are we going to make money on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, everybody? And whatever you say, if you say sell, you know, or if you say buy, you know, you cannot escape the question. I'm the student here, you are the teacher, everybody. You cannot escape the question, you know, if you say, oh, sell the market, okay, why? Why would you sell the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? Or buy the market, why would you buy the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, right? And as always, you know, team, when somebody appears on YouTube, we're going to give, you know, priority to YouTube. Okay, everybody, is anybody on YouTube that want to chat and participate in the conversation? I'm not sure if Nandoz is here, Dave, Date, Shantana, Olga, Joshua. Okay, everybody, so most of you on teams are saying, okay, buy the 1 hour, buy the 2 hour, buy the 4 hour. Buy, right? Buy the 15-minute chart, whatever, buy, okay? So I'm the student, everybody. And rewatch this recording. I mean, we are live, right? But when this class goes on YouTube channel, please watch this recording a few times, alright? So we are going to address the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. We're going to address the short. No, you cannot stay out, I'm sorry. Short term. And we are going to address long term, you know. Not trade, short term view and the long term view. Okay? We are working, Maxine, we are working F11. Maxine, we are working on number 3 right now. You have a complete understanding on how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Everybody, we are trying to understand, you know, you are the analyst, right? I mean, you are the teacher, I'm the student. Okay, and I'm asking you, alright, if we are here, how are we going to make pips and money? Would you buy, would you sell the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? Now, most of you are saying, you know, buy. Everybody, what is the short-term view of buying the 1 hour, 2 hour chart, the 4 hour chart, if we are in here? Type in the chat. Is the short-term view that the market is going to push up? Or is the short-term view that the market is going to go down? There is no right or wrong. What do you think? YouTubers too, please type in the chat. I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat, don't worry. Somebody saying up, somebody saying down, right? So we are learning concepts, everybody. If on the, there is no right or wrong, but if this is the new extension on the 1 hour chart, right? Relevant low, relevant high, relevant higher low, relevant higher high. Paul, boss, is this the market wave or short-term trend? It could be anything, okay? You can, great question. You can understand this as being the market wave, market structure, you know, or you can understand this as being the short-term trend. It's all the same, okay? Whatever you, to simplify, let's say that this is, all right, market wave maybe? Market wave, okay, everybody? So how would you, if this is relevant high, relevant low, relevant high, relevant low, relevant high on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, you know, what is going to be the short term, it's extending here, what would be the short term view of this? Do you believe it's going to fall, you know, in the very short term view? Or do you believe it's going to move still up in the very short-term view? Make sense, everybody? There is no right or wrong. Some of you is changing opinions. Oh, short on the short-term view. Some of you are saying long before, now they are shorting. Okay. But what is more interests me, you know, is what is your long-term view, everybody, on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? Make sense? You trade like this anyway, okay? There is no right or wrong, don't be shy. You are trading, hopefully on the demo account, okay? Tell all your friends and family that the boss said don't put real money. Okay, don't put real money on the line until you prove to yourself, not me, yourself, that you're consistently profitable for at least 6 months. Alright? Boss, before it was 3 months. Yeah, alright, 3 months, no? 3 months, but we need to talk like, you need to know what you're doing. 6 months would be ideal, everybody. Okay? Otherwise, if somebody is good at social media, you can do a short, what I'm going to say. Otherwise, I guarantee you, you are going to lose the money. I guarantee you, if you don't have demo account, 3 to 6 months, consistent profits, to show to yourself, you are going to lose the money. I guarantee you. You know, how do you know? Well, it's common sense, right? Boss, why not 1 month? 1 month. Me and you, 1 month we can get lucky, makes sense? They've been tests done with kids, children, you know, monkeys, no, it's not an exaggeration, you know, clicking the mouse on currency pairs, buying, selling the market, you know, 1 month you can get lucky. 6 months consistently profitable, I wouldn't say so. Right? It's difficult to be lucky for 6 months, right? Give me a second, everybody. Give me a second. So this is me back in time, alright? This is me back in time, 2015. Everybody. Whoops. Alright, come on, out. So it's, you see, it's demo account, right? Back in time was Forex, was the broker. I need to check with the guys how they're doing anyway. They were great partners back in time. So everybody to 2015, you know, January was profitable, February was negative, and then was consistency, right? Consistently profitable. And I did this for 2 years on the demo account to show you. Make sense, everybody? If I can be profitable for 2 years on the demo account, why aren't you willing to do this? Does this make sense? Oh, teach me how to make money. Can you connect me with the right people? You know, can I get funded? Show me the results. You know, it's not personal. Show me the results, you know, and then I'm not sure, I need to log in, but I'm portfolio, I need to log in. Okay, anyway. Okay, give me a second. Sign up, sign in. Give me a second, everybody. Because I don't remember which one is. Maybe this one. Give me a second. Alright. Disable your ad blocker. Okay, so we're back in here, everybody. In here it's, you know, it's FX Boss Fibonacci signals and market wave signals, you know, and just to prove again, you know, to the advanced students, you know, opening the account. Can you see here 2025 profitable, 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 and those are set and forget strategies, by the way. I'm not trading them actively, everybody. Fibonacci signals and market wave, maybe. I need to open new accounts because I see markets. I went on vacation and I said this is closed, everybody, you know, they closed me the demo account. If you don't make a trade for 30 days, they're closing the demo account. So I'm going to, you know, I need to open a new one. But anyhow, can you see, everybody? Consistency. Don't put real money on the line until you prove to yourself that you're consistently profitable. Hello Nandozi, how are you? Hedge fund trading Nandozi. Question for everybody. As always, we're going to give priority to YouTube, you know. How would you make, Nandozi, you are the teacher, I'm the student, how are you going to make pips and money on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? I'm going to just quickly repeat, everybody. You know, if you say sell the market, I'm going to ask you why. If you're going to say buy the market, I'm going to ask you why. You are the teacher, I'm the student. Hedge fund trading Nandozi, how are you going to make pips and money on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? Buy or sell? There is no right or wrong. No, this is not a strategy, everybody. We are working on number 3. You have a complete understanding on how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Remember yesterday we were talking that those losers were predictable to a degree. What you're going to do now on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart is going to be predictable. Okay? Let me help you a little bit. What you're going to do on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart is going to be directly influenced from the daily chart. What you're going to do from the daily chart is going to be directly influenced from the weekly chart. And what you're going to do on the weekly chart is going to be directly influenced from the monthly chart. But the monthly chart doesn't have a direct influence on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. Alright? This is the lesson of today. Okay, everybody? Do you have pen and paper, everybody? Pen and paper right now. Pen and paper. We're going to write a concept, okay? Yeah, there is no right or wrong on the analysis, but there are some things. Hi Olga, how are you? I will short the market if my risk-reward ratio is in a place and no technical risk. Boss Nandozi, I'm the student, you are the teacher. Why are you short? Why are you going to short an uptrend? Hedge fund trader Olga, participate in the conversation if you can. You know, it's the introduction to multiple time frame trading. You are learning how to understand probabilities. What you're going to do on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart is predictable to a degree, you know. Nandozi, there is no right or wrong, this is not a strategy. Nandozi said short. Why are we shorting an uptrend? I'm the student here. Okay. And the concept, you know, as I told you, you have pen and paper, you know. Concept, you cannot make money on the 1 hour chart from the monthly perspective. Okay, everybody? Those two are not directly correlated. Does this make sense? The 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart is going to make an immediate effect on what is happening on the daily. The daily is going to have an immediate effect on what's happening on the weekly. So the weekly is going to affect the daily. Monthly affects the weekly, weekly affects the daily, and the daily affects the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. But the monthly does not affect the 1 hour, 2 hour. It's too big. Does this make sense? Everybody, are you saving the money for the Forex course 2, the Advanced Institutional Trader course? Black Friday, it's coming, right? I mean, we have 3-4 months to Black Friday, but start saving the money, you know. I believe 50% discount on all the programs and education, and only when I see a change in the short-term trend. Okay, but I'm the student here. Why are you going to short an uptrend? Make sense, everybody? Don't speculate, right? Let's short the 1 hour chart. Why are we shorting the uptrend? Just an example. There is no right or wrong. Type in the chat. I'm the student. Boss, isn't shorting the uptrend risky? Now those you are the boss, I'm the student. Boss, isn't shorting an uptrend risky? I went to Forex course 101 to one strange guy, and he was telling us that you must, to have a better probability, that you must trade with the trend. Now I'm the student here, I'm confused, like, because boss is saying short, but I'm seeing an uptrend on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. No, John, if you say John is asking what if I buy, you're going to get the why question. Why are we buying the 1 hour? It's always the why, right? See, everybody, this is a learnable skill. You are learning how to think in probabilities. Make sense? When somebody comes to me or to us and asks for capital, you know, can you fund me? Can you give me a chance? Can you connect me with the right people? Can you know, whatever may be the case, or Adam from Morris Capital, or Ignacio from Darwinex, you know, whatever may be the case, you know, it's always all right. You know, oh, I'm consistently profitable 3 months. Okay, now explain to me why you win, why you lose. Does this make sense? This is institutional approach. This is the institutional approach. You know, you must explain, you know, what are you doing? Does this make sense? Exactly. It's not a joke anymore. You know? Why? Because both will go into retracement on the weekly and daily. Both is going to go in retracement on weekly and daily. Great answer. So, talking about the weekly, right? Relevant low, relevant high. Everybody pay attention. Relevant low, relevant high. Alright. And daily, relevant low, relevant high, relevant low. Relevant high, relevant low. Okay, everybody? Now, on those at short, so the 1 hour, 2 hour chart is going to make lower low, lower high, lower low, and it's going to continue. And Nandozi, we just lost. Why did this happen? On the daily, the 1 hour chart is going to go up. So can you see everybody, two different analysts trying to be a trader, you know, growing up and everything. It's all super good, super cool. Somebody's trying to sell the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. Somebody's going to buy the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. All right. So Nandozi, whoops, not this one. If I delete this one and delete this one and delete this one, everybody delete most of the things. Okay. It's not personal. No, I'm not saying that Nandozi is wrong. No, it's not about being right or wrong. There is no right or wrong in the markets. But we sell the 1 hour, 2 hour chart. Why did we lose? What's the answer? What is the answer? Why did we lose? Boss, help me out. Listen to me. Listen to me. When you are seeing an uptrend, all right? When you are seeing an uptrend, okay, and you sell the uptrend, you don't see anything else, right? Especially if we are here already, you know, the market just made something like this. You know, it's not even a downtrend, it's just a leg down. When you see an uptrend, okay, and you sell, you are speculating. Does this make sense? And check your ego now, everybody, not Nandozi, everybody. If you are 30 plus, check the ego, right? Because if you're an adult and you can say, yeah, okay, fair enough, I speculated. You know, I was shorting an uptrend. It's pure speculation. Boss, why speculation? Because the boss is going to ask you in an institution, why did you short the market? Because the market, you know, you shorted the market, you know, you sold the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, and the market went to past support and it went up. You know, and I'm going to ask you, why did you sell? You know, and you're going to say, well, I don't know, or the market must retrace, and sure, but how do you know it's going to go down? How do you know? Does this make sense? How do you know? So probability wise, it's better to say, all right, I'm going to buy. Does this make sense? If you say buy and the market goes like in here and like in here and stops you out down here, example, this is not a strategy, and the market stops you out, you know, and the boss comes along and says, all right, why did you buy? You know, he's yelling at you or she's yelling at you, why did you buy? You can point to the chart and say, look, boss, we were in an uptrend, that's why I bought. Make sense, everybody? What is the boss going to tell you? He's going to say, okay, good for me, great defense, you defended yourself, you know, as an analyst. In institutions, when we have incubation groups, everybody, or internships, you know, not in general, because I don't know every institution around the world, you know, just a few, but you know, you're growing up as an analyst, you need to defend your, what's the word in English? You're defending your thesis. You know, buy euro, dollar on the daily. Okay, why? You need to defend the thesis. What's the word in English? I don't, the pronunciation. Sell gold, buy Bitcoin, whatever, really whatever. You know, the head of trading or the manager who is, you know, headhunter, whatever, you know, is going to, okay, why? You know, those guys, me too, you know, we need to understand, okay, do you understand probabilities? Does this make sense? It's not a question about right or wrong. If I see that you are speculating, no money, no funding, forget it. You know? Oh, no, you're being arrogant. No, I'm not. Would you give, you know, be at my place and I'm going to ask, would you give your money to somebody who doesn't know, obviously. No, it's a skill. We're not talking about, we're all sons of God, you know, we're all equal as human beings, you know, but talking about skill, you know, the guy doesn't, or the girl, they don't know what they're talking about. Would you give them, oh, let's give them, you know, whatever, the money. Would you give them the money to manage? Oh, trade my money. Douglas, yes, I would. Well, I wouldn't, you know, because they are going to lose. Fair enough, everybody? Do you understand? This is business, alright? This Forex course 101 in the future translates to serious business. Now you are learning probabilities, okay? Olga, on the daily, the 1 hour chart is going up. The retracement leg. Okay, everybody, so shorting the market, it's a Y. Let's talk about Olga. I'm going to challenge you, right? Olga is not going to be happy, but still, I challenge Nandozi now. I'm the student here, I'm the student, you're the teacher. Olga, boss, but if we buy the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, isn't the daily going to crash the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? Olga? Hedge fund trader Olga, this is the price section on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, and this price section on the daily, or from the daily perspective, it's up in here now. I'm the student here and I'm asking, boss, buying now, isn't this risky because the daily it's making lower lows, lower highs? Now Nandozi is happy. I told you to sell, right? See, everybody, there is no right or wrong. You must understand what you're talking about. We lost because there was no setup to short on the daily, and that is pure speculation. Congratulations to you. There was no setup to short on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart either. Unless it was a short-term retracement trade, right? 1 hour, I mean, great. Talking to Olga. Boss, buying the 1 hour, 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart here, isn't this risky? What's the answer? Yeah, but you just told me that. I love this lesson. Yeah, but you just told me that shorting is wrong. There is no right or wrong. I'm the student here. I'm asking questions. You know, shorting the market like it is right now, isn't this risky? You said yes. Now let's buy. Okay, buying on the 1 hour chart makes sense. But I'm looking now, me as a student, I'm looking at the daily and I'm having fun with you guys, challenging you. Now we are here on the 2 hour chart. Isn't this risky? We see our structure of the daily on the weekly, which is down. We see our structure on the daily and on the weekly, which is down. The retracement leg. So do you want to buy the 1 hour, 2 hour chart, Olga? Or do you want to sell the 1 hour, 2 hour chart? Some of the guys on Teams are saying buy, some of the guys are saying sell. Most of them are on the buy side. We're going to see how this goes. There is no right or wrong. I'm not saying that Nandozi is wrong. I'm not saying that Olga is wrong. I'm simply asking questions. I'm the student, you're the teacher. This is how you learn. Does this make sense? We see our structure on a daily, on the weekly, which is down. There is no right or wrong, everybody. We have 25 minutes. We have time, don't worry. I'm going to test you a little bit. 5 more minutes, then I'm going to give you the answer, right? Nandozi, yes, it's risky. Of course it's risky. Nandozi is having fun with Olga now. Ah, you're not going to escape the Y, right? See, everybody, this lesson explains why you can have two traders looking at the same chart looking at the same time frame, one is going to buy, one is going to sell at the same price. Those two traders are going to have different stop loss levels, and if they know what they are doing, both can win. You know, this is the beauty of this profession. And if they don't know what they are doing, both can lose. Regarding the 1 hour chart, I will wait for a confirmation on the daily and then I will decide. Yes, but buy or sell, Olga? That's the question. Most of us, everybody, we are on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart because we don't have the billions and the trillions to trade the monthly and the weekly. Some of us have the daily. You know, most of 90% of world retail traders are 4 hour chart and below, 15 minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, right? Because we don't have enough money to sustain the big stop loss levels. Does this make sense? You cannot have a position trade with $100. You would risk more than your account. Fair enough? This is why when it comes time to trade, we tend to go on the smaller time frames, the retail traders. Okay, so you have $1,000, $500, whatever. You're not going to have the stop loss on the daily, believe me. No, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about where is the stop loss going to be. If you risk, because you don't have enough capital in the account, if you risk 10% on one trade because you want to put the stop loss on the daily chart, this is not the correct way to go. Are we clear? You are risking too much. Alright? You cannot copy somebody if you don't have the same money in the account. Does this make sense? Everybody demo trade first. Open a demo account with 10,000, 100, whatever, you know. Nandozi, why? Because the daily is on the past resistance, which may cause a reversal. Close to Nandozi. Okay. Hedge fund trader Olga, buy or sell the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? Which one has a better probability, everybody, to buy or to sell? Okay, we have 20 more minutes. I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay? Now it's going to become, now I had my fun with you guys. Pat yourself on the back, you know. It's difficult in the beginning, okay? So, buying or selling, you know, which one is going to have a better probability on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? Is a buy or a sell? Type in the chat. It's a buy or a sell. And why? In the meantime, I'm going to help you. I will still buy with the appropriate stop loss. Okay, everybody, I'm going to help you. So, there is no right or wrong, Olga, everybody, don't worry, you know. We are learning the understanding of probabilities, okay? So the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart is going to have a better probability based on what the daily is doing, okay? So if your 1 hour, 2 hour, it's down in here, it has a 1 probability of success. If your 1 hour, 2 hour, it's up in here, it's a different probability of success, because like this example, up in here we are at past, well, not maybe the perfect charting, but we are at past resistance, okay? And if you buy up in here, you are this is a high risk trade to buy. Makes sense, everybody? So if you're like Olga, there is no right or wrong, risk less money up in here, risk breadcrumbs, 0.25, whatever, okay? So the better chance of the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart is talking about direction, you know, it's not to buy, but it's to sell. Make sense? Okay, direction is short, not buy. Okay, most of beginner traders retail, when we start trying to figure out the markets, you know, when we see some videos on YouTube and we follow different brokers, whatever, you know, we are just fixating on the 15-minute chart is just the 15-minute chart, and or just the 4-hour chart, and many times we lose, we have no idea why did we lose. Well, this is one of them. You know, you are buying the end of retracement on the daily. Does this make sense? The daily is down, it's past resistance, and sooner or later the retracement is going to be over. Makes sense? It must go. The market, in order to move, it must wave. So after the retracement, what must come? An extension. Okay, so here you're going to learn what is called bull points, bear points. You know how many technical tools are showing me that, oh, it's coming a retracement or a reversal. Does this make sense? If you forgot everything I just said, if you were buying the 1 hour, you went against the daily trend. Okay, it's a sell because of the hard time frame control, the smaller time frame. Well, again, it depends, right? If you're down in here, you know, you would go up on the smaller time frames. It would be, you would trade a retracement on the daily. Does this make sense? But yeah, sure, the daily controls price action on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. Okay, now this is just part of the story. Oh, I knew. Wait a second. Not that easy. Okay, before me as an analyst, this is the mindset you're trying to pick and to learn. Before you as an analyst give your analysis, the thesis to the trader, you say, all right, so the daily, you know, it's making lower lows, lower highs, and the daily, you know, me as an analyst, decision, sell. Okay, now what is going to affect the daily is the weekly. Everybody, is the weekly up? Is the weekly, how do you understand the weekly? Is the weekly in an up market wave uptrend, or is the weekly in a down market wave or a downtrend? Whatever you understand from this. How is the weekly positioned? Type in the chat. Weekly, it's uptrend or up market wave, and it's in a retracement, or the weekly is in a downtrend, down market wave, whatever. How do you understand the weekly chart? And I'm going to help you again. So similarly, what we're trying to train everybody is called spatial intelligence. This circle, this price action on the daily, simultaneously translate to this price action on the weekly. Can you see it, everybody? Makes perfect sense, boss, says Todd. Thank you very much, appreciate it. Okay, everybody, take some time. You cannot win at trading unless you, as an analyst, you do care about the monthly, weekly, daily, and not just the 1 hour, 2 hour, 50 minute. I guarantee you, you can call me out, you can invite me to debate, you know, I challenge everybody online, the gurus, the teachers, the, you know, no, just be on the 50-minute chart and, you know, you're going to be a doesn't work. Doesn't work. Those guys are selling you courses, everybody, pay attention. Okay? You're not going to be a millionaire in 1 year. They are selling courses. Don't fall prey, everybody. I mean, on a philosophical standpoint, everybody has bills to pay, right? So everybody's trying to sell it's all right, you know. On the philosophical standpoint, you know, I have no issues, you know. I mean, it's all right, you know. I would do the same. But when it comes to profession and, you know, labor and, you know, work, you know, this is my profession now. I mean, I'm not dozy, you know. Then I cannot stay quiet and say, you know, yeah, you're going to be. It's not true. Make sense? They are lying. The weekly is up and retracement. Applause to Nandozi. Hedge fund trader Olga, what do you think? So hedge fund trading on dozy, if this is an up market wave or uptrend or up extension leg, and this is a retracement, what is the weekly going to do? Is the weekly most likely going to fall, which we don't know as an analyst, or is the weekly going to go finally up? Does this make sense, everybody? And how is the weekly going to behave? Whoops. How is the weekly going to behave if the weekly is down here? Or how is the weekly going to behave if the weekly is, same logic exactly, is the weekly is up in here? Can you see, everybody? Those two weekly price actions are not the same. This is at past resistance, alright? This is starting a retracement. Hear me out, it's a nice quote. This is starting a retracement on a retracement. Oh, my head hurts now, you know, start a retracement on a retracement. You know, this is you learning price action, you know. See, extension, retracement, extension, retracement. Here it goes, extension, retracement, extension, retracement. You know. So, probabilities wise, you know, let's say that 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, based on the daily, it's a sell, you know. What if the weekly has past support in here? Can you see, everybody? Just an example. Can you see? We didn't learn yet, but the market is at past support in here. What is going to happen 7 times out of 10? Type in the chat. What do you think? Is the market going to go down 7 times out of 10? Or is the market going to... It's going to wave anyway, but long term is going to push up 7 times out of 10. And what you decide to believe is going to affect what you're going to do on the daily, and is going to affect what you're going to do on the 1 hour chart. Does this make sense? If you do believe that the weekly is going to push the next leg down, then you are going to sell the 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart as per direction. You are going to wait maybe for the market to make a new lower low or a crown. You're going to wait for the change in the short-term trend on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour and sell, you know, because everything is going to be aligned, you know. New vocabulary, everybody. It's all about alignments. Okay? But if you do believe that, oh, we're at past support, up market wave or uptrend, that we're past support, to say there is a 70%, 7 times out of 10, there is a 70% chance that this market is going to stop retracing and start the new extension. Therefore, the weekly is going to crush the daily. Can you see it, everybody? Just an example. I'm sharing ideas with you. The markets are fluid, you know, it's not always the same. AUD CAD is different than AUD NZD, it's different than AUD CHF, it's different than Canada JPY, it's different than USD CHF, and so on, so on, so on. Those are concepts. So if this would be the case, then, as we said before, the higher probability is on the sell now, the higher probability is on the buy. Yes, but the daily is down. The weekly is going to crush the daily. If you sell the daily in here, if you short the market on the daily, and if you short the market on the 4 hour chart, and this would be the example, those losers are predictable. Does this make sense? Even if you lose, it's okay, we lose, I lose too, but risk less. In the advanced course, you are going to learn how to understand what is an edge. Most of, and I'm not arrogant, I can prove you with numbers and accounts. Most of the retail public, they don't understand what does it mean to have an edge. Make sense, everybody? I mean, intellectually, it's not nothing special. You know, your strategy wins more than it loses. Make sense? But you do still speculate. Okay? So this would be, even if the daily is making lower lows, lower highs, if you would short the market here on the daily, that's high risk. You know, and I'm asking you, the boss is asking you, why do you short the market? Yeah, well, the daily is down. Yeah, what about the weekly? The higher time frame controls price action and movement on the smaller time frame. Okay? And just to finish, you know, oh, so it's a buy. We're at 75. Not that easy. You know? And nonetheless, just an example. So 2 hour you say it's a buy as an analyst, direction wise. Daily it's a sell, you know, direction wise. Weekly it's a buy. So can you see, everybody, as an analyst, buy weekly, sell daily, buy 4 hour, you know, and all of those alignments together translate to your understanding of probabilities. Okay? If you like this lesson, invite your friends and families for free and give it a thumb up so you can help the YouTube logarithm channel, you know, that I don't know how it works, but anyway. Okay, now the last one. How do you understand the monthly? Do you understand the monthly? It's an up retracement, up market wave, uptrend, or do you understand the monthly as a downtrend, down market wave? How do you understand the monthly, everybody? This downtrend on the weekly, you are going to see just bearish candles, maybe dojis on the monthly, right? Okay, on the monthly you are not going to be able to spot lower lows, lower highs. It's too big. Generally we have candles, everybody. The monthly must retrace to exactly how do you understand? You know, is this an up market wave? You know, the market must wave, absolutely. Hedge fund trader, now those on YouTube, hedge fund trader Olga on YouTube. I'm not sure who else is there. Dave, Sean, Shantana. Oh, Shantana is on vacation. Question, boss, the market wave support and shortened trend resistance, which one is stronger? Great question. Great question. If this is the short-term trend, okay, it's a concept, it's not a rule. And if this is the market wave, example, what we say in technical analysis, the strong support is the market wave support. Okay, everybody? It's not a rule. Great question. The short-term trend can go down to here, find this support and start to go back up. Price action. The short-term trend can go down to this support and go back up. But it doesn't change the fact that those are the relevant highs and lows on the market wave. Okay, so statistically speaking, this support is stronger. Okay, Nandozi, I'm not sure if I answered your question. This is the strong support. Not a rule, it's a concept. Sometimes the market goes into a deeper retracement and then it goes back up. Alright, this is where Fibonacci's come into place, which you're going to learn in the future lessons. Okay, everybody. But talking about technical analysis and the understanding of probabilities, this is the strong support from the higher time frame. Okay, Nandozi, I'm not sure if I answered your questions. Everybody, if you have questions, please ask. Okay, now just to finish this class today, it's introduction to multiple time frame trading. Of course, if the monthly it's like this, then this answer would be obvious. Agreed, everybody? Like, oh, it's up market wave, now it's here, it's it hit, you know, it hit past support. So 7 times out of 10, maybe, just maybe, you know, it's going to go up. You've learned tools like trend line, you know. The market, it's the blue on the weekly, you know, it's here, but it broke the counter trend line, you know, in here it broke the counter trend. This is an indication, not a confirmation, an indication that, all right, maybe, just maybe, we are ready to go up. I'm going to short the market, risk less, okay? Start small and build your position as the market progresses. Don't risk all in one. Nandor says, thank you, boss. So if this would be the case, everybody, it's a buy, sell, buy, buy. So buying the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart would have a better probability. Just an example, not a rule. Okay. Strategy wise, for you to buy the 1 hour, 4 hour chart, looking at the daily, we wait for the market to what is called a crown. We're waiting for a change in the shortened trend on the daily. Okay. Now this is strategy talk. Okay, I'm not going to buy blindly on the 1 hour. Remember, you cannot make money on the 1 hour from the monthly perspective. I'm not going to buy blindly the 1 hour chart because I'm speculating or I'm expecting this market to move on the weekly. I'm going to wait for the daily to show to me that, all right, we are changing trend direction, you know. And lesson number 2 on this channel, how to confirm trends, rewatch it, you know. Now we are at a 75% uptrend. If I'm aggressive, I'm going to buy now. If I want to be more secure, I'm going to wait for a confirmed uptrend. And now I have a better probability on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. Simultaneously, if this happens, this one is going to change and show you that is going up, and so on and so on. Like the lesson? This is our last lesson of the week, everybody. See you back on Tuesday. Okay? Save your money, everybody, for Black Friday. Okay? Every year we're giving you 50% discount on the Forex course 202, the Advanced Institutional Trader course, and other extra, you know. We have learned how to hedge as a pro, the US dollar index course, learn how to make big money, you know, and so on. Okay? If you didn't, give me a second, if you are interested, you know, if you didn't receive, here you have the course catalog, you know, if you want, Fibonacci mastery, currency, learn how to understand the risk, learn how to hedge, how to build a trading system that works, you know, and nonetheless the lazy crypto portfolio, everybody. Okay, and then we have also the Pitbull experience and the junior tour, but this is a different story. Okay, have a great weekend. We are starting the weekend on Thursdays. Our weekend starts on Thursday, not on Friday, you know, we the traders. So okay, see you back on Tuesday, everybody. Thank you very much. This is the boss signing off. See you back on